What's the biggest upset in MLB history? Here's the top 10 MLB upsets of all time, with number 1 being the most impossible comeback in baseball history. At number 10, the Washington Nationals shocked the 107-win Houston Astros in the 2019 World Series. Houston had Verlander, Cole, Greinke, basically a cheat code rotation. But Washington won the World Series in 7 games, and get this, the road team won all 7 games, something that had never happened before. Steven Strasburg went 5-0 with a 1.98 postseason ERA and stole the title right out of Houston. At number 9, the 2006 St. Louis Cardinals might be the most unlikely champions ever by record. They won just 83 games during the regular season, and they didn't even clinch their division until the final week. But in the playoffs, their pitching got hot at the perfect time. Chris Carpenter was the ace, and Adam Wainwright, a rookie at the time, closed out the World Series with a nasty curveball. They beat a 95-win Detroit Tigers team that had Justin Verlander and a lineup full of power. And St. Louis won the World Series in 5 games, while scoring only 15 total runs the entire series. That's not domination, that's perfect execution. At number 8, the 2023 Diamondbacks, who won only 84 games, shocked the world when they took down the Phillies in the National League Championship Series. And Philly was red hot at the time. They had just eliminated the 104-win Braves, and they were unreal at home with that crowd. But Arizona played fearless baseball. Speed, aggressive base running, and timely hits. They stole games 6 and 7 in Philadelphia, and suddenly a young team nobody picked was going to the World Series. Number 7 is the 1990 Cincinnati Reds pulling off a straight-up robbery from the Oakland Athletics. The A's won 103 games that season and had a super team lineup. We're talking Ricky Henderson, Canseco, McGuire, and closer Dennis Eckersley, who had a ridiculous .61 ERA that season. They were Vegas-level favorites. And then Cincinnati just swept them 4-0. Oakland only scored 11 runs in the entire World Series, and in Game 1, the Reds set the tone by beating Eckersley late. That wasn't an upset. That was a shutdown. Number 6 is the 2003 Florida Marlins beating the 101-win Yankees in the World Series. New York had been in the World Series 6 times in 8 years, so they had the experience edge by a mile. But Florida had young stars like Miguel Cabrera, and their ace Josh Beckett was ice cold under pressure. Beckett went 2-0 with a 1.10 ERA, and in Game 6, he threw a complete game shutout to clinch the title in Yankee Stadium. That's one of the boldest finishes ever. At number 5, the 1988 LA Dodgers took down the 104-win Oakland A's, who were stacked with power and pitching, and this upset basically started with one swing. In Game 1, the Dodgers were down late, and their MVP, Kirk Gibson, could barely walk because of injuries to both of his legs. He wasn't even supposed to play, but he pinch hit in the 9th inning against Dennis Eckersley, one of the nastiest closers in baseball, and hit a legendary walk-off home run. That moment flipped the entire series, and the Dodgers won the World Series in 5 games. Number 4 is the 1960 Pittsburgh Pirates, who beat the Yankees in 7 games, and the stats make it even crazier. New York outscored the Pirates 55-27, and they still lost the World Series. The Yankees were loaded with Mantle, Maris, and Berra, and they had one of the best regular season run differentials ever at plus 193. But Game 7 was tied in the bottom of the 9th, and Bill Mazeroski hit a walk-off home run. To this day, it's still the only walk-off homer to end a Game 7 in World Series history. At number 3, the 2001 Arizona Diamondbacks took down the New York Yankees when New York was trying to win their 4th championship in 5 years. Arizona had the ultimate advantage, Randy Johnson and Curt Schilling. Those two completely owned the series, and in Game 7, the Yankees were leading late with Mariano Rivera on the mound, the most automatic closer ever. And Arizona still walked it off in the 9th to win the World Series. That ending is still one of the most shocking moments in baseball history. Number 2 on the list is the 1969 Miracle Mets, who pulled off the ultimate underdog championship against the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore won 109 games that year and was loaded with stars like Brooks Robinson and Frank Robinson. And most people thought the Mets would get crushed. But the Mets had a pitching staff that went nuclear at the perfect time. Tom Seaver set the tone as the ace, and in the World Series, it was Jerry Koosman who delivered the knockout punch. He went 2-0, including a complete game win in Game 5 to clinch it. And it wasn't just pitching. Cleon Jones hit .357 in the series and drove in some big runs, while Don Clendenon came up clutch over and over, hitting .357 with 3 homers and 8 RBIs, and he won World Series MVP. The Mets didn't just survive. They beat Baltimore in only 5 games and turned into legends forever. And at number 1, the 2004 Red Sox pulled off the most impossible comeback in baseball history. They were down 3 games to none to the 101-win Yankees in the American League Championship Series, and no team had ever come back from that deficit. Game 4 is where it flipped. Boston is down in the 9th inning, season on the line, and Kevin Millar works a clutch walk to start the rally. Then Dave Roberts comes in as a pinch runner and steals second base, one of the most famous steals ever, and Bill Miller ties the game with an RBI single. That game goes to extras, and David Ortiz hits the walk-off. Then in Game 5, Ortiz does it again, another walk-off in extra innings. In Game 6, Curt Schilling pitches with the legendary bloody sock, and Boston blows the doors off New York. And in Game 7, Johnny Damon delivers the knockout punch with a huge early home run as the Red Sox complete the comeback. And the craziest part? They didn't stop there. Boston went on to sweep the St. Louis Cardinals in the World Series, winning their first championship since 1918 and ending the curse once and for all. Which upset is the craziest to you? Let us know in the comments, and make sure to follow for more of our favorite baseball stats, stories, and fun facts.